Shares of Gilead Sciences rose on the open of July the 10th, 2020, as it disclosed more data on its Remdesivir antiviral drug. So what we're looking at right now is a daily chart of, or rather a chart of Gilead Sciences, and it has the 10-minute period. You can see up there, it's says there M10, meaning 10 minutes, and then that's Gilead over there. And then this is when the day began, July the 10th, and you can see up there, it's rose in the pre-market, or was rising, or rather rising before the market closed, but we can see just it opened with a high, and currently now this is the trend line of the 10-day simple moving average. It is trying to catch up. This is that of the 20-day, and this is that of the 50-day. So this will be magnified because we have the period is 10 minutes. So it is very much a live plot. It's a live plotter right now. As you can see, it is very much active and plotting out and printing out live. So we have also some volume here as well. They have sparked more than they did for some days now. So on a broader perspective, we can see for the last 6 months it hasn't really been. It's been trading sideways. This is where it had that peak of the calendar year of the year. That's 85.97. That is its last peak within the 52-week period, and we don't know what these are. Whether these are not short squeezes. These sort of things, these sort of plots, especially this and that. From here to there, they look like the outcomes of short squeezes, but we can't say for sure. And this may not also be a very good chart to indicate whether those are short squeezes. And we can also see a volume here as well. We don't see here, they're quite flat, they're quite low. See over there in sometime in April, we had up to 100 million in probably one day or thereabout. So we can see a few fundamental data here. Put call ratio for 1 day, last trading day, I believe, is 0.2, and for 30 days 0.4. So on the option side of things, the market participants over there are heavily on the call side of things. They're very bullish, and the puts are not any match for the number of calls. But also we now have a short interest of 2%, which is not a very healthy short interest. It's not a very healthy skepticism, probably the participants have become very confident that Gilead will deliver, and already all around the world. In the UK, the drug is already in use. In Australia, we're going to find out when we cover the news headlines below that it has been approved. So I guess there are not very many rivals apart from maybe Inovio and their like. As such, that might influence the sort of short interest we are looking at over there. So, but how I wish we had a bigger number. If we had a bigger number, a bigger number in terms of its short interest, then it would be very marvelous to watch. So we're going to come back to that. Let's just cover the news headlines. This is over here. Gilead Sciences says additional data on COVID-19 antiviral shows improved clinical recovery, reduced mortality risk versus standard of care. Gilead Sciences COVID-19 Remdesivir gets a provisional approval in Australia. Gilead Sciences presents additional data on investigational antiviral Remdesivir for the treatment of COVID-19 that includes a comparative analysis of clinical recovery and mortality outcomes from the phase 3 simple trial versus real-world cohort. Gilead Sciences presents additional data on investigation antiviral Remdesivir for the treatment of COVID-19. So this is a price performance comparison. Obviously, we must have heard that the health sector and two other sectors, the IT, the information technology sector and communication sector, these three sectors will definitely thrive well. They will survive very well in this COVID pandemic world. And so far, it hasn't. It's not outstanding. For the 1 month, it's up 2.7%. Then against S&P US Healthcare, it is slightly below by 0.2%. US S&P Global Healthcare slightly up, slightly better. S&P 500, it is slightly, it's quite behind S&P 500. And then S&P Global BMI, it's also behind. So it will be the case because amongst other things, pharma stocks can be very volatile, and there can be a lot of skepticism a lot of times as well. It's a sort of stock that you look at it, and if you feel it's okay, they're going to do well. You think they stand a good chance of benefiting economically from what's going on. You can just decide to buy them and forget about all the things we are even seeing here. So going by what we saw in the chart over here earlier on, let's plot that of 1 hour. So this is what it looks like. It's this is the curve of 10 days, 10-day simple moving average, and it's even by far behind the other ones. This is that of the 20, and this is that of the 50. So you decide, you decide whether this is a sort of stock you're going to buy for the long term, for the short term. But it doesn't look like a wonderful stock for the short term, based on the fact that it doesn't have a good number. Its short interest is not very healthy, and we don't think the put call ratio is, or rather the sort of things that are happening also with their calls will yield to or lead to more exercising. By exercising, I mean when the people that hold the when the people that are holding the calls exercise them, they have to buy them back. They have to buy them the line security, which is the stock itself. So we don't see that influencing any rally in the very short term, because what normally adds enough fuel to such a thing a healthy short interest, and then a trend that indicates an upward momentum. But we don't really see that in the short term for Gilead Sciences. So if you want to buy for the long term, it might be a good buy for a long term, because it has actually consolidated a lot during the last 6 months. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and also sign up on our platform where we help people be very clever with their money and monetize their money. And it's not a gamble, it's not a bet. You're not investing your money. You're investing. You're using your money to mop up possible gains. Okay, subscribe to our channel, sign up on our platform, and sponsor us if you can on PayPal and Patreon. Thank you very much.